Good evening. Welcome to the Glazov Gang. Tonight, another special ladies edition. Beautiful women, but also intellectuals. Our Glazov Gang members tonight: Tiffany Gabbay, a genius; Jennifer, don't tread on me, Serrano, a PolitiChick. If you want your cranium cracked, step on up. And last but not least, the one and only Nonie Darwish, modern-day freedom fighter and the author of The Devil We Don't Know. Ladies, an honor and a privilege to have you on the Glazov Gang.
It's our pleasure, always.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Tiffany, 5 out of 10 for me so far. We'll see how we go this show, right?
Exactly. Jury's still out.
We've got a lot to cover this week, so let's get to it. But before we do, let us show 2 pictures of something Nonie Darwish was doing very recently. Nonie, tell us a little bit about these pictures.
Yes, I went to Oklahoma City to participate in a wonderful rally called Never Again, held by both Christians and Jewish people. Howard Galganov from Canada organized it, and it was fantastic. There was over 600 to 700 bikers, and they were Harley Davidsons, and there were women riders, and all the bikes had Israeli flags, and the vans had Israeli flags, and we were escorted a half hour before going to Dallas by the police, and it was a parade, really unbelievable, fantastic. And
For Israel,
in support of Israel, and the love and appreciation by everybody for this country was unbelievable. I have so much respect for the bikers. Those were the salt of the earth of America. The women are unbelievable. The women bikers are unbelievable. They are a symbol of American freedom. And
so are you in the bikers now? No.
I would love to, but
when you were riding, we saw the pictures.
I rode for just a half hour.
Yeah.
Behind
and they gave you your own Harley Davidson?
No, they didn't give me any Harley Davidson, but I'm considering buying one.
Okay, so you're kind of like a counter-jihadist biker in a way now, right? Now, Nonie, I'm a little bit jealous and worried. There's the Glazov gang, and then there's the pro-Israel biker gang. You're in both?
Absolutely.
But you're not leaving the Glazov gang?
Well, I can never leave you. You know that.
Okay. Ladies, thank you very much, Nonie. Wonderful to see you, and wonderful to see that whole event of bikers riding for
It's
Israel.
going to be annual, by the way.
Okay.
This is going to be an annual event.
Well, maybe Jen
Israel.
and Tiffany will join the next time.
I would love to.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, thank you very much. Glazov gang members. This is not my idea. This was the Drudge Report's title today, Erection Update on Anthony Weiner. It appears that his sexting, or whatever you want to call it, did not end with the last scandal, even after he resigned and they had the baby. Apparently, he's still engaged in some of this behavior. His excuse is that he was very stressed out. So I guess when you're stressed, that you get a camera and take pictures of your private parts and send them to strangers right away. Maybe this will be a new therapy for people with anxiety. But the thing is that if he's doing that stressed right now, I mean, isn't the mayor of New York that particular job stressful? What's he going to do, like run naked down the streets? Or I don't know. But enough of my attempt at a sense of humor. What do you make of all this? Let's begin with Tiffany.
I mean, what do you make of it? He's a little bit of a pervert. What are you going to do? I mean, everybody has their own, sexual desires, let's say, but it's not every day that you're, as you said, just kind of snapping random photographs of your most private possessions, right, and sending them indiscriminately to,
you have to be careful where you send them, right?
to across the internet or on Facebook. But I think it's also this complete smug demeanor of, you know, I'm above it. I'm above the law. I can do anything that I want. I can be as perverse as I want to be. And yet people are actually still going to elect me to be mayor of New York. And the sick part is they very well may still elect him. So
I think they might still elect him.
Absolutely. They don't really look at stuff like that in quite the same harsh light as perhaps they should.
Jen, what do you think about, you know, there's some very interesting double standards when it comes to sex with the right and the left. Like, for instance, I remember I just found it amazing, although at the same time very expected, how the leftist feminists treated Clinton with all his harassment and all those scandals of women. So, you know, they're always like, oh, it's just sex, it's just sex. What's the big deal when it comes to a liberal? But it might be very different if it's Clarence Thomas or something else. What do you think about that does it matter that this is a liberal and how the media is responding? What's your take on this?
I mean, just based on the fact, I mean, in the sense that the media is basically infatuated with the left, then yes, it does. But the thing is, no, essentially it doesn't matter who's doing it, but because it happens to be a liberal, they get a pass pretty much. It's sort of like it's okay. I mean, to me, what's going on, it was almost deja vu. And especially because his wife is so connected to the Clintons, and the connection with Muslim Brotherhood, everything. There's just, it seems like every time something happens as breaking news, you can connect the dots. And this is just yet another...
Well, wait a minute. I think I agree. You mean Muslim Brotherhood, the Clintons, a picture of a penis being sent to strangers. It all kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, just the inappropriateness. It's like, wow, wait, deja vu. Didn't something like this happen about, I don't know, 20 years ago? And the fact that they're all affiliated, you know, it just...
But Jen, what does it mean in terms of just the shamelessness, the narcissism, the egoism? I don't know. What kind of a society are we living in now that this person continues to run for office?
That's what is so deplorable. It's absolutely disgusting that it's okay. We just, I think that the society in general and tied in with the media sort of washing things over, that it's sort of, you know, you just get a pass. It's okay. It's just everybody. I think I've even noticed somebody making a comment about, well, you know, everybody does it. Really? Everybody does this? They get stressed and take pictures of their privates and send it to some random person because, I don't know, you know, they can't speak with their wife. I mean, there's just so many dynamics. It's not normal or okay.
Nonie Darwish, speaking of normal and okay, let me go with this angle. Huma Abedin, we know it's a Muslim Brotherhood operative. Wow, she's putting up with quite a bit, but in order for the Brotherhood to get into the big layers of power, maybe she needs to be doing this and hang in there, right? Well, where I want to end with this is, in terms of the Muslim Brotherhood, in terms of Al-Qaeda, in terms of these Islamist cultures, we know very well that usually sexual perversion comes with it anyway, and what I mean by that is Huma must be used to this from the background in which she grew up with. A lot of people will accuse me of making a stereotypical racist statement or whatever, but the empirical reality is simply there that sexual perversion exists in these extremist jihadist cultures.
You're right on the point. Actually, in Muslim culture, a man is never does wrong when it comes to sex. It's always the woman's fault. So she looks at what he has done as permissible. A man, when he marries in Islamic Muslim contract, he doesn't vow loyalty to his wife. So loyalty is not expected from the man. And it doesn't matter how juvenile they act, it's always the woman's fault. So I don't know Huma Abedin personally, but she really looked very weak, and I just felt sorry for her to have keeps defending him like that, and he's shameless. And I don't think this is an act of just cheating. This is not a matter of cheating. The man is juvenile. He is so irresponsible and so immature to act like that for somebody who is so reckless, who wants to be the mayor of New York. And with all New York's problems, I mean, he could be what do you call it, blackmailed easily.
Well, yeah, I was just
He
gonna
can
say
be
that.
blackmailed easily with his sexual escapades.
But-
And Homa Abedin is an enabler, in my opinion. She is a dependent, codependent, kind of just very much like Hillary. Hillary, the leftist, and Homa Abedin, the Muslim, are so alike, which brings together the far left and the Muslims. The mentality,
And-
like your book, they
I
are
love it when this comes
united
in perversion.
Absolutely, and they are alike in many ways. They put up with men to achieve power and to achieve their positions.
Nonie, I think that maybe Anthony Weiner and Bill Clinton can open up like some kind of sex therapy clinic together. Tiffany, expand for us a little bit on Huma and the Muslim Brotherhood narrative here a little bit. I think they have a lot on each other, but as Andy McCarthy's work has shown, as Waleed Shubat's work has shown, look, Huma's family, mother brotherhood, father brotherhood, brother brotherhood. She worked for an organization as the editor of a magazine for 12 years. It's Muslim Brotherhood. This is a Muslim Brotherhood operative, never had a security clearance. So what's happening here with also her perverted liberal Jewish husband? They're together. What do you make of the whole thing?
Well, I think it's with Huma, it's twofold, and I don't know if she has any genuine affection for Anthony or not, and it's very possible that she does, but I think with her there's two things at play. She's being as a Muslim wife would be, that what she was raised with both culturally and religiously, that it is okay for a woman to accept this kind of behavior, and I think for most Muslim wives who are marrying a certain kind of Muslim man, they probably experience much worse abuse when it comes to infidelities and things like that. So she may be feeling like, you know what, I don't have it so bad compared to other things I've maybe seen.
Is her
growing up.
family telling her, hang in there, hang in
oh,
there?
absolutely,
Because he's going to
sure.
become mayor and you need to get the information
Well,
and you need to get into...
Well, exactly. I mean, she is poised to be the first lady of New York, where ground zero is. So this is all so perfect. Do you think that she would cut her losses now and walk away? I mean,
Right.
I don't think even if she wanted to, that her family and the Muslim Brotherhood to which they are beholden would let her. She is literally a heartbeat away from being the first lady of Manhattan, of New York
It's
City.
incredible that we have a Muslim
I mean-
Brotherhood operative and not a voice of concern from the media, from the administration. We had a hero like Michelle Bachmann try to do something about this, what it was like 5 Congress people,
Yeah.
and the whole society and leaders and media threw them under the bus. This is just crazy. Jen?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, the idea that there is she gained something politically, to me, is in addition to everything that they have been also saying, everybody's saying here tonight, that that adds to it, and on top of just what you were saying about her being, what she's used to and accustomed to
Exactly.
and what's acceptable. But I definitely think, without a doubt, that, okay, same reason with Hillary. Okay, I'm going to let this, okay, this is okay because of the ambition, the political ambition.
Actually, there's
Hardly, I do believe that.
Okay.
in the Islamic culture, whenever the man cheats or has a second wife, the wives always defend the man and always blame the woman. Even the wife blames the woman, not her husband. And I've witnessed this all the time in Egypt. When a man cheats, the wife immediately defends him and blames the woman as the perpetrator. And
that's
I think
pathology.
Homa Abedin, in a way, is accepting it as something to be tolerated.
Very quickly, just very quickly, please, because we're come to the end of our segment. Today, Anthony Weiner said, "This isn't about me." Tiffany, what's that supposed to mean? What do you mean this isn't
Of
about
course
you?
this
You're
is
taking pictures of your private parts and sending them to strangers, and you want to be the mayor of New York. What is this about?
It's very silly. Anthony Weiner is the most self-absorbed,
Right.
selfish, self-centered child
Right.
that's out there right now. So to say it's not about him, it's
Jen?
quite the opposite.
Yeah, it's the perfect narcissistic, I mean, he's like the cookie cutter. Narcissistic, self-absorbed. To say that is, it's blatantly, it's obvious. You're the one doing it. How is it not? How could you overlook that? It's amazing to hear that.
As females in our society, does Anthony Weiner represent to you kind of this symbol of manhood and you know, being attractive and masculinity? No? I'm just asking.
Anthony, if you remember Anthony Weiner when he was a congressman, before the scandals, he was the mouth of the crazy mouth of the Democratic Party. Whenever they wanted to say something outrageous, they brought Anthony Weiner. And so the man does anything. He lashes and just his character from the very beginning was just totally outrageous.
Okay, excuse me, we got to go, please, 15 seconds each. I was doing some psychologizing today. I've read a lot of psychology. I came up with a theory. Do you think that because, don't laugh right away, do you think that because his last name is Weiner, that maybe he became obsessed with his wiener and thought that everybody needed to see it? Tiffany.
People do try to live up to their namesake.
So there's something to what I said. Jen?
Maybe a little.
If anything, it would make me want to do the opposite, so I'm not the butt of everyone's joke. Right?
Okay, Nonie?
I don't know.
Name is Weiner.
I know a lot of.
Name is Weiner. Sending pictures of his
a lot of
wiener.
wonderful people with the last name Weiner.
Okay.
I think the man.
So it's got nothing to do with his name.
Really possessed
Okay.
in his mind or something. I don't know.
Okay.
And if New York elects him, it's going to be a disaster for New York.
And they still
And
might.
they deserve everything if they elect this man.
Uh-oh. Join us for the second segment when we discuss why Rolling Stone is heroizing a jihadist. Join us then.